he's so afraid of.
This is SPTV.
Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, you guys, we're going to be speaking about actor Jason Lee. And my name is Earl, and he's an ex-Scientologist. And I found this little segment here from Inside Edition that I thought I should share with y'all. So before we get into started with that, I wanted to say thank you to everyone that celebrated our 2,500 subscribers with us yesterday at the live. It was so fun hanging out with all of you. And as you see, we put on our captain hat, you know, given that we are actually wanting to speak with Captain Debbie Cook and DIGMAA Ethics, Marty Rathbun. So just thought it would be fun to, you know, wear a little captain hat myself so that, you know, we could be at the same rank, right? I also have here my little Frosty, you guys, my Mexican lemonade, which I am obsessed with. I literally live for this Mexican lemonade. Little ASMR there. You put ice. Okay, here's the recipe. And one day I'm going to make a video to show you guys exactly what you need. But there's ice in here. Okay, just crushed because we don't like thick ice, just like very crushed, almost like a Frosty. And then you put like the Mexican lemonade. And then you put the very, very secret, amazing ingredient, you guys. This bottle that you see right here, Forritos Pulpa. Okay, and it's basically like chamoy. So I just put lemonade, crushed ice, and chamoy. And then I have, of course, a recycled metal straw that gets really cold with the ice. It's literally like the best tasting thing I can ever think of. It's like, I don't drink Kool-Aid, I drink Mexican lemonade. So there you go, guys. That's a little off topic, but I'm gonna be using some of our you know, magical moments here so we can continue exploring, and this is what I mean. You know, I can't really thank you guys enough for all the support and honestly showing up. I know these subjects that we are looking through together are sometimes a little bit on the dark side, you know, on the kind of creepy, but it is important to have these conversations. And I thought that, you know, adding some sound effects could get us through some of the stuff that we need to look together. So I just thought that this was another little thing that we would be adding to our lives and to our fun time that we get spending here together, unpacking the truth, you guys. So you guys might be getting tired of me like yapping away. So we are going to get into exactly what this Inside Edition is going to tell us. And I think you're going to find it interesting. I hope so.
Did a star's obsession with Scientology end his marriage?
Actor Jason Lee has built a career playing nice guys.
I'm so sorry, Joy.
He was a lovable...
Shout out to all these amazing male actors, you guys, that were ex-Scientologists that have made careers of playing nice guys, right? Shout out to them for acting so well.
Goofball on the sitcom My Name is Earl, but his ex-wife Carmen Llywellyn Lee says the actor is obsessed with Scientology and that their marriage ended when she became disillusioned with the controversial church.
So are we starting to see a pattern, you guys, or are we starting to see a pattern? So when Nicole gets disillusioned that she doesn't want to do Scientology anymore, what happened to her when she just said, you know what? No. You know what? I don't want to be OT3 anymore. I don't want to do these services. And remember how we have that interview where Tom Cruise is literally saying, I never pushed Scientology on Nicole. He never pushed. Well, isn't that interesting that these men are saying that they don't push it, but the minute anybody says no, they're quick to, like, as we're going to see. So here's exhibit B of another wrecked marriage by another Hollywood actor that plays being the nice guy real well. You guys keep watching My Name is Earl, because he's just so nice, this Jason Lee.
Every fiber in my being was saying no.
The couple married in 1995, and Carmen found herself hanging out with Tom Cruise.
Oh, well, hello, Tom Cruise and Nicole. Look at them, you guys. Scientologists hanging out with Scientologists. Isn't that interesting? That's part of the hotel service environment that these people get off on, right? Oh, I'm hanging out with this one. I have access to that one. We're all in the same religion, We all don't push it on our wives. But, if they say no, then there's going to be severe consequences, right? That's the pattern here. So let's see what was going on as two Scientology celebrity couples are hanging out, you guys. Let's see what the conversations were like.
Then his then wife, Nicole Kidman, who Carmen says was apparently not a fan of Scientology.
He said, oh, well, me and Nick, we're Scientologists too. And she just looked at him, and
Oh, looks like there was trouble in paradise, you guys. Looks like there was a lot of trouble in actual paradise right there, with Tom and Nicole talking about how, she was, and you see this in these interviews, right? We've seen Nicole react, cowed, and like she just made a mistake, or she just said something, or I just talked too much, or whatever, right? So obviously now here Nicole's like giving her faces about how, like, I don't want to be a Scientologist. I went to OT3. I'm done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. And that's when all of these hotel executives jump at you. Okay, you guys. So it wasn't just something that was done to Nicole. It was something that was done to me. It was done to Jason's ex-wife. It was done to everybody. The minute you say no, they pounce on you. Like the other time you were there. Remember, it's like, it's always this push and pull. You have to like it. You have to be here. You have to want it. You have to be part of us. And the minute you say no, then really, literally all hell breaks loose. So let's really start contextualizing what in the hell is going on in these hotels, and what these people are doing to each other, and how they're treating each other, because it's all here on the public record, believe it or not. Oops.
His then wife, Nicole Kidman, who Carmen says was apparently not a fan of Scientology.
he said, oh, well, me and Nick, we're Scientologists too. And she just
So just wanted to quickly also contextualize this false pitch of the media, you guys. So Nicole Kidman was not a fan of Scientology, but she's OT3. Those two things cannot be true at once. Nicole Kidman climbed her way to OT3. You have to do a lot of things to get to that level. You cannot get to that level without being a so-called, as they're saying, fan. So let's just dispel that stupidity on the record. For the record, Nicole went up to OT3. She said, no, I don't want to do it. The stupid volcano thing that she was explained about the Xenu and whatever in the hell, she was like, this is just enough. You know, and yes, also let's contextualize how this conditional relationship that they've manipulated you to become part of, right? Like, you have to want to do Scientology. If you say no, then everything ends. Right now, everything's quick. So we really have to understand like all the power dynamic imbalances that are being created by the people that are the puppeteers and the people that become the puppets. The puppet masters, Marty Rathbun, David Miscavige, all their case supervisors, all the data miners, the so-called auditors, all of those people are the ones that are extracting the information and weaponizing it against both, right? Because as much as Tom Cruise, Jason Lee, these men think they're so in control because they have this little army, right? Like literally the army of people that are advising them, you guys. And it's just so sick and it's so dumb because it's literally like, imagine being a Hollywood superstar and taking advice from minors that completed a 2-week course at a hotel, minors such as myself that were in the position to advise these people, because the so-called advice is all about like, oh, are you following this policy from L. Ron Hubbard? Is here this book? Oh, this is all the advice. Here, this is what you need to do. This is what you and your wife need to do right now. And a literal 13-year-old is the ethics officer. Oh, go get your ethics in. That 16-year-old will be happy to put your ethics in. We literally kid you not. So once again, we have to continue to contextualize the absolutely unthinkable, absolutely ludicrous, absolutely insane, with all manner of power imbalances for absolutely God knows what reason. Like, it makes no sense. It's like all critical skills, all critical thinking skills were checked out at the door before you check into the hotel. And how in the hell is anyone going to have a religious experience from having left every last shred of critical thinking skills at the door? I mean, if anybody could answer that. So yes, you guys, the struggle is real, and the power imbalance is extremely real.
Just looked at him, and I knew immediately there's something going on right there.
The more she learned about Scientology, Carmen says, the more she resisted its teachings. She says she became what Scientologists call a suppressive person, or SP.
I mean, do you guys understand the projection? The more she learned about Scientology, the more she rejected the teachings. And that can only be exhibit A of what everyone should have been doing at that hotel. I mean, this woman is literally telling us exactly what every last person in that hotel needs to be telling themselves. Everyone that is 21 and up. The more you learn, the more you should want to have nothing to do with it. Now, yes, we told you their critical thinking skills are compromised. You cannot criticize L. Ron Hubbard. It's unacceptable. Go clear your misunderstood words is what it's repeated ad nauseum. Anytime you say, well, wait, but what about this? This policy doesn't make sense. Like, why are we laundering felonies? Oh, what? What are you talking about? Like, what is your problem? Like, you have misunderstood. You're altering the technology. You're altering the meaning. You don't understand anything. You couldn't be more confused. And again, it's like, it's such a sick joke. It's like, who in the hell goes around in a hotel dressed in this, telling people that they are confused? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's like we couldn't be less confused, is really what this all boils down to. Okay? We could not be any shred of a less confused. So let's look at these two amigos saluting each other, because you know what? Nothing screams misogyny like two conspirators saluting at each other. Hey, yeah, we just wiretapped Nicole's phone. How's it going? How's it going? Let's see what he says.
Tom Cruise ridiculed SPs in this Scientology video that was posted online.
So, like, have you met an SP?
Without warning, Carmen says her husband of 6 years abruptly told her their marriage was over.
He comes home and he says, I'm divorcing you. I'm divorcing you. Get out.
She said, Carmen says,
Like, have you...
video that was posted. Cruise ridiculed SPs in this Tom Cruise ridiculed SPs in this Scientology video that was posted online.
So, like, have you met an SP?
With
I mean, does anyone need to see anything else about a man that would literally... I mean, it's almost unthinkable that we have to make these points, you guys, because it's so literally ridiculous. But imagine laughing like that, knowing that the man that you were saluting was wiretapping your wife, and that you were paying Marty Rathbun money to have his way with those kids, with all manner of disgusting conversations that man should have never been having. That man went around dressed like this inside hotel rooms talking to kids. Right? IRS, isn't that the most religious experience a child could ever have? I mean, in what world, you guys, in what world, what goes on in those hotels is okay? And why is that okay in America? Like literally, right? Okay, let's see what else they're talking about.
SP?
Without warning, Carmen says her husband of 6 years abruptly told her their marriage was over.
He comes home and he says, I'm divorcing you. I'm divorcing you. Get out.
She says she was ostracized and that even her manager, a Scientologist, dumped her.
I got a letter from her a week later saying, I'm not in your life anymore. I'm gone. And I don't represent you. And by the way, I called your agent. She doesn't represent you either.
Carmen says it was clear if she wasn't a devoted Scientologist, her marriage to Jason Lee was over.
I mean, again, you guys, like, it cannot be understated how weaponized this hotel runs this operation. And they're always smelling who they can have more power and leverage over and what's more convenient to them. So when she starts saying no, they immediately move in to project all manner of lies onto her, right? Because she was an incredible Scientologist until she said no. Prior to that, oh my God, she's an incredible Scientologist. We're so lucky to have you here. And then you say no. And then everyone looks at you like, what? You don't want to be here anymore? You literally want to leave. You literally want to be a suppressive. You literally want to destroy everything. And it's like, what in the literal hell? Anybody?
Became very apparent. If you're not into Scientology, we do not exist.
Up next, a model's famous dad, but first, the Geico Gecko with today's money-saving tip of the day.
Shout out to the news, you
Did a
guys.
star's
The
obsession-
Geico Gecko. Like, we really needed to know that, right? Yep. Thank you for that. Shout out to Geico for, supporting our corporate media, you guys, because, they have families to feed themselves. So, we should also advocate for them. I'm sure that woman is a mother. So here we go with exposing, corroborating what's been on the public record for already literally decades, right? And we start to understand that, yeah, Nicole and Tom were hanging out with Jason and his wife. That was what the hotel was all about. Oh, get access to this one, get access to that one. And all of these celebrities are here commingling, being all manipulated by the puppet masters, right? Marty Rathbun, David Miscavige, Debbie Cook, Dave Pettit. I mean, Dave Pettit is the who and the why in that hotel that we're talking about with all of these people, you guys. For the most part. I mean, Debbie Cook would get them, and then they would become Flag Public, and then the president's office at Flag became their handlers, and they use all manner of minors, of pretty girls that they would recruit. Oh, you're pretty? Come here to the president's office. Oh, you're pretty? Oh, come here to the president's office. Oh, you're ugly? Oh, go wash dishes. Put her in the lemon tree away from everyone because she's out PR. So these celebrities are being catered to by an onslaught of good looking young recruits that have been highly vetted, that have been vetted in a way that you wouldn't even believe how vetted these minors that were handpicked. Their whole entire family history was analyzed. Their whole entire sexual history was analyzed. The whole entire governmental connections history. Who's your cousin? Who's your grandma? Who's your second cousin? Where are they? What do they do? When did they start? How many years have they been there? Like, why in the hell was I having to answer questions about what my uncles were like literally in questionnaire after questionnaire? Yeah, we've got to make sure you really qualify is what they would tell you. And it's like, what in the hell? What in the literal hell were these hotel people qualifying us for exactly? Because you know what, Monique? That would be a great thing for you to add on your email list. Tell OSA to send you these videos so you can start adding things to your email list of all the answers you need to start actually coming up with. Because the questions are going to keep rolling down the mountain like big rocks turning into avalanches. Shout out to Leah that just sued you for going around harassing people that you all enslaved as a team, coordinating thereby and therewith. That is the definition of a team. It is people that cooperate one with another to push forward a common purpose, and they normally get along great. Well, aren't y'all so great? And there you go, guys. That is the state of affairs with this another wife, not Nicole. So we're not taking the context out of Nicole, adding more wives to the list that were alienated, that were manipulated, that were abused in the so-called therapies that hotel graduate Marty Rathbun cannot stop pitching as therapeutic. I'm sure all of that stuff that they were doing there was very therapeutic. for the puppeteers. The puppeteers were getting off on it. Well, stop getting off on it. This is disgusting. Those are the thoughts of the morning. That is the current state of affairs, you guys. These people are going to continue to be called out every single day. We're going to keep coming with more receipts, and we're going to continue to ask questions. And more than ever, from all of your support, we're going to continue to demand answers. We're here to ask questions and demand answers because nothing is adding up to what in the hell has been done to all these people that are all coming out with horrific stories that keep being trivialized. Well, you know what? There's a lot of people in America that care. They've just been misinformed. Thank you, guys. I will see you all very, very, very soon.